Hello guys, and welcome back to another First Descendant video. Today we're going to be talking about the Eternal Willpower and how to get it exactly. If you head over to the Adna Desert right now, it's the first place to get the weapon. Go over here to Baggage Transport Base, first area you can get it. Second one we're going to talk about is Red Spear. This one I do not recommend myself at all unless if you're in a full group because it is a long mission. It's not fun at all. The last place you need it, it's storage. It's probably the place that I'd recommend it if you're farming on the Adna Desert. Next one we got is White Knight Gulch. You come over here to the observatory, the Void Fragment. It's ice, so you have to have the Essa. It's over here, can drop it, though you're only going to get it at the end, so it's not worth it in my opinion. The other one you can do it at is another outpost over here at the mountaintops. It's fine, it's just as good as the Adna Desert one. You can just farm it relatively easily. And the last place for here is the upper hatchery, which is right down over here. If you look at it, this one I don't recommend either unless if you're in a full team because the mission takes a while. That's pretty much the White Knight Gulch summed up. The last place you need it is the fortress. One of them you can come down here. The Aurora Forest is the first one. Come over here, Eternal Willpower drops here. The other one is the pretty much arc. You come down here, it's the intercept mission. I do think this one is worth farming. It's consistently drops them, so you're pretty much guaranteed, plus the enemies have a high chance to drop them here. The last place we can pretty much farm this gun, though, is if we come up here. You can go to the defense line, and then it's the outpost right here has a chance to drop it, and those are the places that are practically more or less guaranteed to get one if you play the mission over and over. Though note, guys, that it's 50% chance and you have a chance to get 0 repetitively over and over and over. So it is not guaranteed at all. Each of these, though, that I recommend, we're going to be going through each of the missions now. The first mission that we're going to be going over with is the Baggage Transport Base. It is not, in my opinion, the best place to farm it, though it is okay, and it's an actual mission type comparatively to doing just an outpost. You come here, start it, it's really simple. I mean, you just run over here, and you figure out that it's just an extermination at the beginning. And then it becomes a minor Kuiper mining one, so you just stand in the little pools, and then you'll get your gun. It's really fast, like, it's not that long, especially if you have a group with multiple people standing in this stuff. You can farm it relatively easily. Come over here, start it. And as you see, these things drop down, so we'll cut to the end to see if we get one. As I was saying of a group, guys, though it gets completed earlier, this dude joined in halfway through the mission. But if you have a group of 4, you can complete this mission really quickly and also get more internal willpowers. That's like the way I'd recommend farming this mission, though, is to get a group if you're doing it. Though you normally just get a bunch of reactors. Guys, let's get on to the next mission. The next mission we're going to be talking about is the one up at the storage, the outpost. Each of the outposts are worth farming just because they're relatively simple compared to most of the missions for Eternal Willpower, because the weapon is a pain to farm comparatively to most others. This is pretty much, if you see a Sharon, though, sitting right here, let them infiltrate. That's just something of courtesy, so you also get the max reward from the thing. And don't be dumb like I was. As I was saying, though, you should have just let them infiltrate, and then you're just gonna kill the boss at the end relatively fast. And if you're playing Bunny, make sure to do that. Then you come up here and just pop the things, and just go to town on them. And then you have a chance like that to get internal willpower. These ones are really simple and the ones I'd recommend, though you're not guaranteed anything practically but one, and not even one is guaranteed with these, so it's a bit of iffy, and then there's a time gap where you have to wait a minute. At the White Knight Gulch, I do not recommend any of the other missions, pretty much. Besides the Mountaintops Outpost is the only one I'd like say is doable here. They bluntly just take a really long time if you're not in a group. That's the main way that I test out most of the missions myself, though, whenever I'm getting weapons and stuff, is that I do it solo. And it's not fun at all. The only exception to solo is whenever I do open world activities like this, because I'm allowing it to pretty much do it. We're going over here to the next outpost. The last of the outpost missions is up here at the fence line. This is the one that people do the Valby farm on, and you can get a lot of sinking stuff doing this mission, though you're also banking on either drops from it, or you're going to kill the boss the last second if you don't want to interrupt them farming, because this is more Kuiper and Gold. You are going to get some internal willpower just from the drops and stuff of the enemies, as you see, but it's going to be relatively rare because it's sharing a lot of drops with weapons like the Fireworks, Phantom Pain, or Subconscious, or even Millennium Frost. It is a bit pain farming the pretty much done from this one because it's general farm, and most of your drops will be coming just from if you kill the boss and have a 50% chance. But guys, let's get on to the last mission. The last mission, you can come back to Albion, go here, go to hard mode or normal if you're still on normal mode and farming this weapon. And then you're pretty much just going to go up here to Quarantine Zone, and it's going to be the one that can drop it. If we see it has a 50% chance down there to pretty much drop this weapon, you're going to be getting one of these per run, though this is 7 minutes or lower if you have a good squad. But we'll start this mission. I can show you the rewards at the end after we beat the boss. This is generally just a pretty much exterminate and break apart some of those injectors and stuff like that. Like, it's not that hard of a mission. The issue is the boss is another freezing one just like that outpost we were just at, so it's annoying if you do not like being stuck still or pretty much having to shoot that stuff to make sure that you don't get it on you. Let's show off at the end of the mission. As you see, it's another one of the hockey puck sort of bosses where it shoots all that stuff at you and then does a lot of damage. If any of those even touch you once, it does a bullcrap amount of damage. And he's going to be lasering one of those at you. But this mission gives you a decent amount of internal willpowers, and also you have these guys, which you can shoot, but they do that much damage if you get hit by one. Clear up some weapons right now, but I have gotten a lot of internal willpowers just farming up this video. As we look at the mission, it took 7 minutes to do, though. We got 2 internal willpowers or some weapons on the ground, so I don't know what those are. And we generally I did a normal hard mode mission, so there's no modifiers on it. But that, guys, is the basic of how to get the internal willpower. The mission that I would say is the generalized, quote, best to do it, for me personally, it is going to be the outpost at the White Knight Gulch, so the one at the observatory. No, not observatory, mountaintops, I mean. Is my personal favorite way. Though, if you want the most bang for your buck, I'd say doing that 7 minutes infiltration is probably the best one, just because you're getting your weapon, you're getting Belief, which is a good purple sniper rifle, and you're also getting just some of the amorphous materials. That's the ones, too, I would say would be your best bets, though they are also just the ones that generally are the easiest to complete mission, and then the one that's the easiest to pretty much get a guaranteed internal willpower. Though it's not always. This game's just always about luck, guys. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll be seeing you guys later.